Yeah, it's a little early or late. I guess it depends on whether or not you're sleeping or not sleeping. Just trying to get this set up so that I could get the comments, because I don't always catch them when they come up here. And it's not. That's weird. Usually it shows up here and I can pop it open. So anyway, I hadn't been on in a bit, so I wanted to do some catching up on a few things, and it says I'm live, so that's weird, because usually it shows up here so that I can, there it is. There it is. What does it say? Upcoming. There it is. Oh, gotta turn the volume down. Alright, there we go. Now I got that set. You know, sometimes this technology's gonna kill me. That's for the better younger folks. Well, let's start out with Arfill. Catch up with that first, because once again I have waited for y'all, and I just lots of different things. Had to fix the well and work on angels and different projects, lots of different projects. We only made it to day 10, so we get to have lots of fun all at once, because it's the 18th. So we stopped here, so we have 8 more days to explore. And once we get set up there, I got a couple other special things to do. Day 11. Well, maybe I should turn this light on and bring it over. I switch it from side to side. Now, word has it that at a certain anniversary special, held by a very good friend of mine named Debbie, I won one of the 13 drawings or whatever it was. It was a crazy night that had lamps in it, so maybe I'll get those in and I won't switch back and forth. So this morning we have blue, and it's a white spool, so I think that's an 8, and it's a navy blue. I don't know what I'm going to do with the calendar itself, but it is pretty cool. I turn it this way, do it this way so that you can see, but then you have better light. We'll get it. Oh, baby blue, and this is 28, but we're going to have a lot of fun over the next few months playing with all this new Arfill thread. Number 13. My brother was having surgery that day. Friday, that was a very long day. This is green. 40 weight. Ooh, beautiful teal. 40 weight. Like me 40 weights and 50 weights. But there's so much you can do with the different weights that Arfill has on their threads. Of course, I dropped it on the floor, and the spool went one way and the box went the other way. This is a 50 weight, and it is a dusty rose. I don't think I have a pink that's kind of dusky that way. 15. This is actually kind of more fun than every day. Morning, Auntie Patricia. Thank you very much. Yeah, that was the first fabric postcard I made, and I want to make some more. Ooh, a second spool of floss. It's kind of a steely gray. And I had a lot of fun making it. I want to make some more. Just sometimes there's not enough. Number 16, but at least I did it because I've been putting off doing it. I think this is an 8, and it's like a royal purple. Morning, Kathy. How are you doing this morning? Oh, I probably should put my ear in too so you can hear me better. I have this great old iPad that I would record on, and the sound isn't always the most reliable. So I found that if I use this over to my phone, if I use this with the iPad, sometimes you can hear me better. So hopefully it's connected there and not connected over there. Love technology. Number 17. And 17's 12 weight. I thought that was a 50 weight. No, that's a 50 weight. Yeah, 12 weight, and it's a mint green. They did some nice colors for this calendar. I know that they said that some of these colors were made just with this calendar in mind, and this was their first time, and I think they did really good for their first time. And I'm really blessed that I got one in a giveaway, which brings us today, which is the 18th. It only leaves us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. 5 days to my birthday and 7 days to Christmas, 6 days of the. So this is a 40, and it's like a forest green. So there we go. We have. Oh, poop. Hang on. How you doing this morning, Kathy? Thank you for joining me. I'm going to get to the other shenanigans here and meanderings in a minute. I don't know why. I don't see the comments don't stay down here long enough, so I put my phone on in order to catch them or be able to reply better. And for some reason it just to the phone where the volume was down and it was setting off there, but I guess it wasn't far enough away. There we go. Now maybe we're in business. So these are the new Orphill that I will get to play with. And like I said, there's just a few more days left. And in some ways, it's better than doing one a day. You know, I got distracted and I wanted to wait for y'all, but in some ways it's more fun than one a day because I get to see a whole bunch at a time. And I'm going to put these here because I have something special to do. Well, I'm glad you're doing better. I'm doing alright. I've been a little bit tired. It's just been busy. Sometimes I wish my body would move faster. That's a joke. But good. I mean, God's good. And I'm here. So I got 2 more 40 weight, which I tend to use quite a bit of 40 weight. And both of those, one's a teal and one's a green. It's kind of interesting. I got another one of the 50 weights, which is mint. There we go. Oh, gray one's over here. So that yellow goes to here. I'm moving this around because I got quite a few different ones and was trying to put them in this case and so that they're not on my rolling around my desk. I got something special up my sleeve. But first things first, I needed to get these put away. I like that some of these are, this is a 50 weight, it's pretty rose. Guess I should put the darker, it's like it's like a, the other day was a dark rose and this one's a dusty rose. 50 weight. Put those two together. And this is, I believe, these are both 8 weight, which is a little bit chunkier. So, got this in here. We are good now. And I got some semblance of order. So see, they're all tucked in right now. So I can go and play with them later. This is where I put my variegates and some of my overflow. So I had a couple pukas. I think I'm gonna have to get some new ones. Okay, now, drumroll. About a week ago, I got this special box in the mail. Hammer falling. This special box in the mail from a good friend, Auntie Patricia. Morning, Auntie Patricia. I hope you pop on. And it was just one of those surprise boxes somebody sent me. I haven't got, I hadn't experienced that. And then I've been getting them randomly. Mitzi sent one. I think Auntie Patricia sent a little one. But it's something very special. And I'm very, very appreciative. And I got it, I think it was right after the well went down. We didn't have water for 5 days because we had to figure out what was wrong, and then we couldn't find the part we needed. And so, you know, a week ago, found the part. Didn't get home till 7 because of doctor's appointments. So I was crawling around. Got it fixed. And Tony had his heart surgery. Different things. So I want to share this and thank her because it was very special. And I got a couple other shout outs to do, but this one was very, very special, and so this one's going first. Wanted to give some people a chance to pop on before I did it. That's why I did the calendar. And basically, you know, she said that she just went around and found some extra little things when she was decluttering and stuff, but it means a lot to me. And most of the time when I get a little something like this, it comes at the perfect time. God sends it at the perfect time. I just slung my purple thing, which the dog will eat. You know, because it's a time where I really need the encouragement. Now, I will say that there was a very nice sweater in here. I really liked it, but it was too big for me. And as I was just looking at it and pondering, my chosen sister Deb said, let me check it out. And so I handed it to her, and I looked down in the box and looked up, and she had it half on, and she goes, well, this fits me. And she says, I've been so cold. And it was. At the time it came, it was cold, and it was a nice thick sweater. And several times that day, she's like, tell Auntie Patricia thank you, because I've been praying for something warm, because I've just been cold for a couple of days. And let me tell you what, she's worn that sweater all over the place, so it worked out that it didn't quite fit me, because it was just what she needed too. So we're going to go through this box. So a lot of the stuff she told me came from one of the Missouri Star Quilt Company's sock hops. I think it's 2016. I could be wrong on the time. But it's still fun. It's still fun, useful stuff. A lot of goodies in here. Some stuff I'm not quite sure what. You know, fuzzy dice. I love it because it's funny. You know, but Missouri Star Quilt Company decided to put out fuzzy dice. And I guess it was their birthday bash, and it was sock hop, so they figured that goes with the cars, like grease. But it's like funny that somehow has something to do with quilting. There's a beautiful bag here that I will use for something special. I just haven't figured out what. I do know enough about Missouri Star that this is Chuck the Duck. I have no idea why we have Chuck the Duck, but it's Chuck the Duck. Oh, it says Sock Hop 2024, our 16th birthday bag. See, I told you if I could read. So it's a really nice bag, and I guess she had ordered the goodie package so she could participate. But yeah, I like the bag. The bag's a nice size. It's got some fun stuff on it. It's the songs in the jukebox are Quilt Around the Clock, Quilty House Rock, Rockin' Bobbin', Blue Quilt Shoes, I Quilt the Line, Quackity Quack. Kind of like I Quilt the Line and Quackity Quack. So that's kind of cool. See what else we have in here. We have some Magic by Faultless iron cleaner. I can definitely use that because I have a baby iron that needs some TLC. I was pretty excited about that because iron cleaner is not always the easiest thing to find. Then there's this cool thing. It's a Sally Tomato goodie. It says Dream It, Wish It, Stitch It. I think that's a sticker. And it's a piece of, I think this is either, oh, now it went out of the fake leather or vinyl, but it's for making a tassel. But, it's a cool sample because it's glittery. And I do occasionally still do some of my leather work or make things out of leather. But I think this one makes a tassel. So that's pretty cool. Now I really like this. I'm not quite sure about the fabric, and it looks like the instructions are in French. Translator. But it's this wooden box. And I think it turns out to be a pincushion. But, when I went to look at the instructions, and the interesting thing is I bought some small yardsticks and different things because I wanted to put together some boxes like this to hold fat quarters or different things. Now they won't have these fancy little interlocking things, but it looks quite interesting. And I'm going to double check because I normally would have done, oh, the interfacing is put on here and everything. I normally would do my unboxing with you, but if a box comes into the house, my chosen sister Deb goes, oh, what'd you get? So I have to do it first. Yeah, this is in a, what? I don't know if this is Spanish. Anyway, so yeah, it's not in English. But that's okay, because I'll figure it out. So I guess that you put it together like this. And my thinking is that they did it for a pincushion. From looking at it, it has a little tag that says Amore. And it's got the interfacing on it and everything. So I'll figure that out. I make these grocery bag holders, and they're these really cool chickens, and they hang up by their feet. You put the bags in their butt, and I couldn't find the pattern. And then finally I found it on a German lady had posted the pattern, and I got it translated, which kind of made it broken English, but I've made several from it, you know, figured it out. So this is pretty cool because it has all the little pieces, and I think it's just a cool little project there. There's a couple fun fat quarters. This is Free Spirit. My guess from looking at the pattern is that this is a Cafe, or like Brandon Marbley, or, you know, someone who works with Cafe, but the color marbling. And I find it very interesting. It's kind of fascinating to play on color, and that's what Cafe is all about. He likes color and mixing colors, especially colors that don't necessarily, people don't think that they belong together, and it kind of makes you scratch your head. And then this one I read from here is Henry Glass. It's a very pretty, it's like a rust color, but yeah, this is very nice. I like my fat quarters. I do a lot with my fat quarters. Now these are coasters, and again, they're very on point in theme, but they're, you know, and I like them. I mean, they have a nice rubbery feel and stuff, but I think I would have loved to have had just like a big quilt block, like a barn block in the middle. But there's pink, blue, yellow, and red. And you know what? They will be used because coasters are always a handy thing to have for different things. And I like the texture. It's a unique idea. The flexibility. And then we have a goodie bag, and this is just kind of a dinner. It looks like mostly tchotchkes. Cat eye glasses, of course, because they were going sock hop. And what's funny is it says it has a sticker on here somewhere that says "Do not wear as sunglasses." How do I look? Can I be like the old lady diving? And then, yeah, it does say in the bag, this is a novelty eyewear. It's not to be worn outside of sunglasses or to protect the eyes against sunlight. Not for use while driving. Don't use these while driving. I never owned a pair of cat eye glasses. Oh, there's some nice needles in here. And I will use those because I use a lot of different needles. These are quilting betweens. I like that. There's a patch, a swag bag patch. I think I'll rock my glasses that you're only supposed to wear inside. Morning, Lynn. Thank you for joining. Good to see you. Oh, I'm glad you're sewing. I'm playing right now before I get to projects I have to do. My friend Auntie Patricia, she sent this great box, and I hadn't fully, you know, I hadn't done my unboxing yet, so I'm doing that. Then I have a couple other little shout outs, and then I'm going to be doing some sewing. Now this is a bag of baggies, and this will be perfect for my gnomes. So that's kind of exciting. They're small craft Ziploc bags, but those will be perfect to stuff my gnomes in. Now this is Presentia, want to say it's Hilarious, USA. It's a, the finest Presentia threads, and their samples complement a Presentia and Fons and Porter. We have a 50 weight, a 60 weight, a 1-ply metallic, a rayon, a Venetia pearl cotton, and a Venetia embroidery floss. It's just a nice little sample kit of different threads. Okay, this is a trademark of Spain. So that's pretty cool. And that's where but it has like a floss and some different weights of their finest threads that were through this company in Fons and Porter, and Fons and Porter is pretty good. There's some other little spools of thread of different sizes of Gutermann thread. Oh, I like this burnt orange. Don't have much of that. Some of this is thicker, so I'm not sure what the weight is. But Gutermann's always good. So we got a nice little cache to play with of Gutermann thread. Now this makes me very happy. There's a wooden spool in here, and that will become something special. There's a little Olfa touch knife for like opening things, and then there's some itty bitty rotary blades, which I very much needed. Thank you very much, Patricia. I needed. This is like a 28 and an 18. I do not use those rotary cutters often, but I do use them, and I didn't have any blades to change to them. So I'm happy about that. Here is a lanyard. I guess so that if you attended, they knew that you could put your little attendee thing on here. I will find a plan for that. But I like the fact that they did put a clip in, a safety. They got ones with a safety clip, so if it got caught or pulled. And when I make lanyards like this, I have safety clips like this that I use. I don't use regular ones. And there's this really cool Riley Blake calendar, which is a lot of fun. I appreciate anybody that joins me when I'm wandering around doing things, especially when it's very, very late or very early. But it's really kind of, this is just a nice little quilty calendar, and then it has little sayings and little samples of blocks. The best kind of therapy is sitting in front of a sewing machine, from fabric scraps to work of art. A well-stocked fabric stash is the key to happiness. So this is a nice little calendar. This is a fun orange polka dotty print. Ooh, I got an idea. Is that big enough? Might not be wide enough for the big one, but it might be for the other one. I've got to measure that. This is a pocket prayer quilt with a little needle holder. So that is going in a very special place, especially since it has puppy dog prints. So that's going where I can see it, and I know it's a good reminder of how much I'm loved and prayed for. And then in the bottom, there is, there is a nice Missouri Star Quilt block book, and this is fun holiday quilts. Make festive rope bowls with scraps, 10 quilts to get you inspired. Make a starburst quilt. So there's that book, a block book, and it has some things in there that look very interesting. And then there's another block book, but this one's mainly, this is Missouri Star Quilt Company Baby Block. So it's got 10 classic quilts for little ones, snuggly quilt with cuddle, 5 projects for showers, receiving blankets. You know, we are going to do something. God has a reason, because, but that's a whole lot of fun right there. And then there is the Fat Quarterly, which has some really cool stuff in here to play with. And then there is a Maywood Studio at the Hot Block. I do really like this. This is better together. Look at this mini quilt pattern. Is that not cool? Oh, tote. There's this cool little book about Orphill. She knows I loves me Orphill. Okay. Yes, that is awesome. You know, and basically I went through this and kind of was like, you know, my sister and her interruptions. Let me put some of this stuff back in the box. So now I can put this box to good use and put it away. Put things away, but it's just there's a lot of, I mean, and a lot of good useful things. Like I really needed these and didn't have any for my small ones, and these, well, I may throw those at my sister, but they're fun. I mean, I will find something to do with fuzzy days. This is another thing. I really needed some of this and hadn't gotten any. Then there's a nice bag of scraps, and you know us and scraps. And it's just a nice fat little bag of, I'm wondering if some of these are more fat quarters, but it's just a nice fun bag of scrappy doos. There was something in here. Oh, I like that. That's going to be a pattern. So most of what's in this little bag that's really cool are different scraps, and they will come in handy. But there was a couple cool things. Somebody cut out these little birds, and they put their little tiny inner wings on them, and then put them in this baggie. And I can tell you by looking at it that this is almost for sure K-facet. There's at least 3, 6, 8. Fun. And those will, I haven't figured out what I'm going to put them on, but I'm going to put them on something special. I don't know if it'll be postcards or mug rugs or what. And then also tucked into the middle of that was a thimble kit for making a leather thimble. And it includes the thimble strip and the instructions. Not sure everything, I don't see any glue, but that's alright, I got glue. But the cool thing is I have leather like this. So once I put this together and check it out, before I put it together, I'm going to take and make a pattern from these pieces for making this leather thimble, because sometimes we all need leather thimbles. So it's not very hard. It's not very hard to put together. So I thought that was pretty cool. It's the original ugly thimble, but sometimes I have a Clover one that's leather, and I kind of like it. So this is a simple design, but I have leathers. And you can make it you can get it so it's your own size, like this. But I can play with that. Actually, it would go more like this. It's another thing at some point for me to mull over and play with. So that was very cool to find stuck in the center. I'm rocking these glasses. Yeah, okay. They are pretty clear. So, get back here. I don't have any comments. Okay, and last but not least, which is very, very special, probably the most special thing, is she sent me a copy of this book, and it's a devotional. But you can tell that it's been well loved, well read. So this is kind of been on my desk because I always like good devotionals, and you can tell this one has had some reading and some prayers and things like that. So, final thing in the box. Very, very nice box. Very excited. I mean, it is. I mean, it's a real blessing because I don't get a lot of happy mail, and people don't typically send me things just to send me things. So that was very, very cool. I tell you what, I like digging these cat eye glasses. Now, I want to see if this is big enough or wide enough for something I thought of. Nope, I didn't think so. About a ½ inch too short there, but I will find something to make with it. I just had an idea. Yeah. That's cool, because it's a cool piece. Rumble around some ideas for it. So, the next thing that I want to get to is my cousin, my actual blood cousin. She, growing up, she lived about a little over an hour away in Maryland. We spent a lot of time together. I love my cousin. But she called last week, or about a week and a half ago. We hadn't talked in a minute. And she said, we got to talk about my big O birthday coming up in a few days. Morning, Auntie Patricia. I just opened your box. I was hoping I was so thankful for your box. So anyway, she says, oh yeah, your big O birthday's coming up. She said, is there something special I can get you? And she said, just think of something and send me a message. So there's been some rulers I've been wanting to get from So Be It Quilts. And so I sent her a couple different ones and said, well, if one of these works for you to send me, great. If not, send me a small Etsy gift card or Amazon gift card, because I can use both. And then yesterday evening, I was expecting 2 Etsy packages that have been bouncing around for about 3 weeks. And I wasn't expecting this box. So when I opened it, yes, Lynn, it is. It was a great box of goodies. And it's going to go to good use. A lot of fun. So anyway, this arrived with it, and Deb just set the mail down over there on my other table, and I'm like, I wasn't expecting a box. What was for my cousin? She actually went to So Be It Quilts. She picked the middle thing, and it's a set of 6 of these trim lock rulers. And I'm like, whoa! I've been waiting for a couple years to try these. I've seen them. They look cool. The other one that I had on the list were side locks. But these are probably the most practical ones that I had on the list. But it's a full set that goes from 2.5 to 6.5. So she hopped on there and ordered these puppies, because it wasn't that long ago that we had a talk, and we hadn't talked in a minute. So I'm going to be excited to play with these and check them out. I remember when they were working on doing the first side locks, and then they came out with the trim locks. Now, I picked the clear. They used to have them only in yellow, and I picked the clear because I thought it might make it easier to see the fabric, especially when I fussy cut. fussy cut the fabric. But anyway, it's a very nice set of 5 of these. So all the popular ones, and I've seen Jess use them. So yay, that was a very, very nice unexpected birthday present from my cuz. She did good. I told her she did good. Now, the last thing here on the fun things of about a month or so ago, my friend Parker, he's a kid that worked up at the convenience store on the corner, so I would see him when I would come through in the evening, grab some gas, and go in and get a drink or something. Good guy. He's just moved over to a job at the our international airport, which I'm hoping is going well for him. But anyway, about 4 or 5 weeks ago, he goes, "Wait a minute, I got something for you." He's the kid that I gave Lisa from the Awkward Quilter the Wogo quilt. I'm like, "What's up to, Parker?" And he says, "I went to the bin store." And I said, "Okay." And of course, Ashley, the kid that usually works with him, I had to explain what the bin store was. And he says, "And I grabbed some things, and I didn't realize that it was resin and jewelry making." But he says, "I went home," and he says, "I had an idea." And he says, "And I want to make some more, but I wanted you to have the first one." He says, "Because you're always encouraging me." And he says, "So it's a really early birthday Christmas present. But then I can make some more." And he made this cool little ornament using just bits and bobs he got from the bins with some resin. And it was so cool. And I meant to come on and share it because it was so special. He put the resin in there and put the ring on and a clip, and then he painted the snowman that looks like it comes from the woods. He looks like he has a bandana, but it's great, and I want to hang it up. And I had put it over there on my desk in a safe place so that I could share it and share the story and how special it was that Parker put this together. I wish he knew that he was more talented than he's been given credit for. He did tell me right before he left to go over to try working at the airport that he'd gone back to the bin store and found a few more supplies, so he was going to be trying to work on some other things. I kind of miss him and Ashley going back and forth in the evenings when I pop through. But now I can put that up. So there is my catch-up for the morning. Oh, stupid. I really need to take some meds, and I really need to take some meds and get to work on some things. If I can get my brain together. Because it functions better. I mean, I do a lot early because of my insomnia, or early like 1, 2, 3 in the morning. Always been a night out, but for some reason in wee hours it doesn't always kick in. But at least I got to come on and say hello to y'all. This weekend's gonna be a little crazy. I've got some angels to finish today. I went on a wild hare on Monday to get something just totally different, and I created a quilt, and I used the parameters I was giving, and I got a meh. So I made a second one the way they wanted it, the way they suggested, because it was easy. So I have to quilt it before. I'm just going to do some kind of simple lines for Saturday. I've got 10 angels to get done today, and that'll be it for a bit. And they're all ready. I just have to give them a head and do the wings. And I was going to do that yesterday, but yesterday got away from me. just chores and a lot of things to follow up. But yeah, Monday, the good thing that I guess came out of it was like a palate cleanser, and I was just let my creativity run, and then I put it in the file 13 poo bin to go out to the dustbin. Um, Tried, failed. That happens. Oh, this weekend's interesting because it's my big old birthday, and it's before Christmas, and about 3 weeks ago, my blood siblings were like, oh, we gotta get together and do something, and, you know. So, I'm not sure what's gonna happen, but I'm going down on late Saturday or early Sunday to Charleston, which is only about 4.5 hours away for a couple days. I have 3 nephews, and their wives are in that area as well, and there are 7 children, 8 children, grandnieces, and 1 grandnephew. So we're gonna see what that's gonna be like for a couple of days. Saturday, I have a wonderful, exciting Saturday slot with Donnell on her channel as a guest. That I'm looking forward to that. Saturday evening, there is a nice gospel concert here with the Morel family, whom they're just great people, and I love them, and they were very kind enough to give Deb and I tickets. Yeah, I think it is for about an hour. I only slept about an hour, since last night. My hips really been bothering me because of the weather and stress and stuff. So I slept less last night than normal, but I wanted to come on, and sometimes I put things off because of time. So anyway, they sent us a couple tickets, so that's going to be a good fun birthday thing to do. My birthday is not until Monday. Yes, right before Christmas. So we're going to do that Saturday afternoon, and then we'll either leave after that and head down to Charleston, or we'll leave early Sunday morning. But, well, I'll make it fun no matter what. And Deb's decided to go to Charleston with me, so we can just have some fun. I'm hoping on Monday to get down to the city market, because there's a wonderful spice lady there that I've been buying spices from for 12 years, probably longer, probably 15, 16 years, but via the mail. My nephew's wedding, they gave out little, like, as favors, they gave out packets of her spices, and she's like 3rd or 4th generation, amazing. So, but there's kind of lots to do. I definitely have to get this simple quilting on this piece of crap quilt, but it'll make my sister happy. She didn't want the eclectic quilt, just the mood she's in. And I have to finish the angels. Those are the 2 priorities. And then I've got various projects. And I know, Debbie, you want butterflies. Butterflies are coming. I have not made one yet. I'm going to try and make one today, so then I can get on there and make one. It's a little bit of a different type of template. I was reading, because you got to do a little extra sewing in the middle, I guess, to cinch it up. But it's going to be cool. We're going to get there. It is the holidays. But thank you for joining. Everybody who joined me. Gonna keep this one short. I may come on again a little bit later. But yeah, no, I pulled the butterfly out for Debbie. And this is the larger one. There's a large and a small. The large template is quite big, but it doesn't make that huge of a butterfly. It makes shoot. I hate when this happens, because sometimes it messes things up. The large is, I think, 1.5 by 2.5 inch butterfly. Oh, there it is. Yep, 1 3/4 by 2 1/4. But it takes a 7 1/4 inch, 7.5 inch by 7.5 inch piece of fabric to make a 1 3/4 by 2 1/4. Now I have a smaller one, but I'm going to start with the bigger one. But you do basically like you would with a regular yo-yo, but then you have to do some stitching here. And you start by cinching this up, which I guess gives you the middle, and then you do this. So we will get to that. But I've just read the directions. It's been a little cray-cray. And I love you, and I thank you. Thank you again very much, Auntie Patricia. I don't know if my cousin ever watches my crazy videos, because she absolutely knows I'm crazy. But if you do, you know I love you, cuz. And I appreciate the birthday present. It rocks. And then Parker, I know you have my channel, and if you're watching, this is very, very precious. It means a lot to me. I know that logo quilt from Lisa the Awkward Quilter, I know it's meant a lot to you this past year. That was a total God thing that I won that logo quilt. But I was blessed by this, and this will go up in the Hall of Fame. And I have my cat-eye glasses that you're really not supposed to wear outside for protection, let alone driving. And so I can sit here and I can be cool. Actually, maybe what I should do, until I'm getting a little bit, I'm a little tired. I need to get some medicine for my hip. Guess what I could do is put on my Christmas hat, right like this. Alright, my little flashing antler Christmas hat with my cat eyes. And my nice chair, and tell you how much I love you. And I never had no cat eyes before. And tell you I love you. I hope you're having a good holiday season. I know holiday season sometimes is really, really hard for people. Sometimes it's always really good, and for some it's a roller coaster because of people you miss or things you're going through in life. But I was pray find at least the micro blessings, and know that you're loved and you're cared for very much. And I really appreciate everybody who pops in and watches, and I know that I'm still really working at getting my stuff together on my channel. So I'm going to sign off, and I'm going to say I love you. Maybe I'll pop in later, because like I said, I got things to work on. I'm going to put my cat eye sunglasses. Didn't know what you was doing sending me my cat eye sunglasses, Auntie Patricia. I may wear them on Tuesday. There's a song that says I wear my sunglasses at night. That was a long time ago, showing my age. My father would have loved these. I miss him. And with that note, I will say goodbye for now. You guys have a good morning. Again, thank you. I love you.